Welcome to GigFaster TV and the 5-minute podcast for musicians. Today, we're going to look at how to increase your gig pay by 100%. I'm Craig from GigFaster, and we'll look at that right after this. And welcome back. Today, I wanted to look at how to make more money from your gigs, because this is one of those things where I shortchanged myself all the time, and it did actually. It wasn't good because it could have been a better show because I could have afforded to have just to invest more in the show itself. So and everybody wants to get paid. Everybody wants the most they can get. I mean, first of all, a lot of times we got to take a step back before you're asking for more money or looking for a way to increase your pay. You have to really look at what you're worth. So, I mean, if you're just starting out, you're going to want to play free gigs probably. You just want to get in. That's the main thing. You want to get in. And then you can work your way up. But most people think they deserve to be paid way more than really they need to. Like we see Taylor Swift, who made $90 million on her 2018 tour. That's just one tour. $90 million. That's a lot of money for one tour. It just blows my mind. $90 million. So the problem is she's that top 1%. And most musicians aren't. So we're hustling and grinding it out, just trying to get a gig, and with the gig, then you won't pay. So, but we're not that 1%. So you got to keep that in mind, and you can't be demanding. Like if you listen to a couple podcasts ago, or you watched it on YouTube, I said you can't be that rock star. You can't be that entitled, feel like you're entitled. Oh, hey, I'm not playing for less than this. Well, guess what? You won't. You won't get the gig. You won't get paid anything. So, but anyway, let's assume you're on the right track. You're playing for audiences that want to see you, and you're filling the house, and you're doing well. So now, how can we increase your pay? Number one, ask for it. This is the one thing that I didn't do that I should have done. I mean, this is the thing. If I'm saying don't be demanding, but let's say your typical show, you get paid $300. Okay? You're booked for that venue regularly, and you're getting $300. If we look at terms of percentages, like if you go to work and you get a 5% raise, that's really good. So let's just take 5% of 300. That's $315. An extra $15 gets you, $315. Okay? It doesn't sound like a lot, but if you think of it in terms of what you get paid and how much increase you got, that's pretty decent. It's only $15. So it's almost like a no-brainer for the club. Personally, if I'm making $300 and I feel like we've proven ourselves there, and we are, bringing in the money, I would go for $330. You don't want to offend them, because what they'll do is they'll replace you with another band that they pay less. It doesn't sound like a lot of money, but it's funny. One time I was buying something from somebody, and the guy, he wanted $10 more than I offered. And he's like, well, come on, man, it's only $10. I'm like, oh, okay, great. And he was like, all happy then. He's like, well, and I only gave him what I offered. And he's like, well, wait, you're $10 short. I'm like, you said it was only $10, so why should I have to eat it? You think it's only $10. I think it's more than 10. $10 means more to me than you, apparently. Oh, no. I want this much. Like, I need that $10. I'm like, well, then if it's not your money, it's just $10. But if it's yours, it means something else. So keep in mind when you ask for, like, say, an extra $30, it might be only, well, it's only $30. Well, it's their $30. Put yourself in the other person's shoes, okay? And a lot of people, number two is increase your rate at the next venue. So what I mean, like, you're working at one job. The easiest way to get a raise is not usually to ask for it from your boss, sometimes, but the easiest way is to go to another company and say, this is what I'm looking to start off at. And that's one of the things you can kind of do with venues. So when you're booking gigs, so you're playing club ABC and you're getting, let's say, $300, and then you go to club XYZ and they're interested. It's like, all right, what's your rate? It's like 330. And they're like, okay, yeah, that sounds great. So you gave yourself a raise and you're getting more money there, and you can just keep doing that. And eventually, you're going to be getting 500, you're going to be getting 1,000. And then you really have power to go back to those first couple clubs and say, hey, you know what? Like, we can't play here anymore because our rate is out. Your rate is way low, and we're going to either need to bring that up. We like playing here. It's great. I know we pack the house all the time. Everybody has a great time, but we need to increase that. So that's number two. Increase the rate at the next venue. Number three is make it worth it for the club. I mean, if you want more money from the club, then they need more money to pay you. It's not like they made an extra 30 tonight, they're going to give it to you. Because, I mean, they got people working for them. They got to pay their expenses. And it's expensive to have a business. So it's kind of easy for us as a band, as artists. We can just go in and play. We don't have any of that responsibility or risk that they have. They have all the risk. We just go in and play and get paid and leave. And that's it. So make it worth it for them. So if like there's not a lot of people, like, it's going to be one of those ones where they're starting to build a crowd. Work with them, because if you work with them and take less of a pay initially as the people come and the club grows, then you can go back and say, hey, like, we started low because there weren't a lot of people. Now everybody's coming. Let's, maybe we should get more money now, and they will probably give you more. So the more gigs you book, the more likely you're going to be able to get paid more and more. Okay? So, hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Play, and hit the subscribe button and like button below. And also hit that little dinger and you'll get notifications from the new podcast. I'm Craig from GigFaster.com. Be sure to check GigFaster out for booking gigs, promoting your music, and for submitting to record labels. And I'll catch you next time.